Hey guys, welcome back to Limited Press. This is Snake Eyes. I just want to talk to you about the movie that has been blowing everybody's mind the last half a month or so. Let's talk about Shang-Chi by Marvel Studios. Listen, Shang-Chi, it just revamps a lot of the superhero tropes that we've been fed over the last few years regarding the Marvel Cinematic Universe, moving past the Thanos saga and now into the more supernatural aspects of Marvel, which I think is awesome. And I think it also touches on the fact that there hasn't really been a prominent Asian superhero portrayed in film, I mean, throughout comics, and for that to be something that's focused on now, and I think it's really important. I think it's really awesome how well this movie did. I mean, it racked in so far $320 million, a little bit more actually, since its release September 3rd, and which makes it one of the highest grossing movies since the beginning of the pandemic. And then it racked in over $94 million over Labor Day weekend, which it beat out Halloween, making it the highest grossing Labor Day movie ever. And I think that's amazing. It brings so many changes to the Marvel universe, and it made so much money so far. And to be honest, people are asking, why? And I would gather to say it's because of what Disney decided to do. Rather than the last few movies that were released straight away to Disney Plus, where you can purchase it to get early access, it's in theaters. You gotta go to the theaters. Going back to one of our older videos, theaters is where it's at. And this is, proving the point. People want to get out there. I know it's dangerous out there. If anybody, be careful, of course. But if you have the chance to go to the theaters, please do. It's bringing nostalgia back to it, it's amazing. And to watch Shang-Chi on the big screen was totally worth it. It's gonna be available in theaters 45 days after its initial release, September 3rd, after which it'll be going straight to Disney Plus. Now, aside from that, Simu Liu does a great job as Shang-Chi. It's amazing. They do tweak the story a little bit, as all Marvel Cinematic movies do, but I think they did a good job with it. I think it did justice finally to the story of Mandarin. Wink, wink. If anyone hasn't seen the movie yet, I don't want to automatically spoil things, and we'll get to some spoilers later on. But I think that they definitely did justice to the Mandarin character. And they even did justice to the old Mandarin character. Again, spoiler alert. But, touching on that in a little bit, I also want to touch on how this movie affects the future Marvel movies as we move on. We're moving on into Eternals. We're moving on into the what ifs that are going on right now. If you haven't seen it, please do. It's amazing. We're also talking about Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, Spider-Man No Way Home, and all these movies that are going to be coming out that tie into the supernatural, to the magical aspect. We got a hint of that with Doctor Strange, and we got a hint of that with WandaVision. But now we're really getting into the nitty-gritty of it. I think it's amazing to move away from the sci-fi aspects, so to speak, to move on to the supernatural aspect. And we get to see a whole different side of the Marvel Universe now. Now, spoiler alert. For those who haven't seen Shang-Chi yet, turn off this video and go watch it and rewatch this video and then talk to me about it then. At the end of Shang-Chi, we see Wong recruit Shang-Chi and his friend, and as he analyzes the 10 rings, both Bruce Banner and Captain Marvel are present, and they say that the rings are much older than what they appear to be. And that could tie into Eternals, maybe? I would like to think it does, because since the movie's coming out, it just makes sense to tie it together. But they also say it's sending out a signal to something. Now, for any of you who have read up on your comics, originally the 10 rings came from Fin Fang Foom, which was like a giant dragon, essentially. and Mandarin got his hands on them and gave him those godlike powers. But I don't know if that's really translatable into the cinematic universe. I would hope you can find a way to do it, but if not, if they could tie it into the Deviants and Eternals, that'd be kind of cool. Otherwise, they get recruited into the Avengers. So look forward to seeing the Avengers include Shang-Chi at some point, which I think would be awesome. And then if you wait a little further, you see them, again, spoiler alert, slap, turn off the video if you haven't seen it yet. They talk about the Ten Rings organization and how Shang-Chi's sister takes over the organization rather than shutting it down like she said she would. Of course, she's an opportunist. Of course, she's been wronged, and she's looking to get what's hers. More power to her. But what does this say about the organization and the part it has to play in future Marvel releases? You know, the Ten Rings did go to war with the Hand at some point. So does that mean Daredevil's going to get brought into this at some point? Who knows? I mean, I would like to see that happen. I would like to see Daredevil start to get re-included. Charlie Cox is reprising the role for Spider-Man No Way Home. So we can look forward to seeing Daredevil again at some point. Vincent D'Onofrio, who plays Kingpin rather, is also supposed to be reprising his role at some point, speculatively in the upcoming Hawkeye show, which is coming out in November. So look forward to that. I look forward to see how these stories start to intertwine. And again, if you haven't seen Shang-Chi, please do. It's an amazing movie. It's about time we have a prominent Asian character in the Marvel movies, not just a side character, although I got mad love for my boy Wong. You gotta have a main character. You have to have someone standing on the front line. And I'm glad to finally have seen Shang-Chi make his stand. So again, this is Limited Press. This is Snake Eyes just signing off. If you haven't already, like this video, subscribe for future content. We can't wait to see the comments you have for us and how we can grow and how we can provide for you guys better. You are our viewers, and we'll see you soon. Bye.